Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Angela, your own bookaholic Brahmin. You can call me Angie. In this channel, I talk about books and other book-related stuffs like TV shows and movies. So if you love those kind of stuffs, please subscribe to my channel and also please like, share, and comment. And yeah, also hit the bell notifications so that you get notified whenever I'm putting up new video. All that said and done, today I'm going to do a read with me vlog. I'm going to read Watchmen by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. This has been on my TBR since the time I bought it, like 3 or 4 months ago. I couldn't get to it till now. I had mentioned in one of the videos, I think it was the book haul video, that I really loved the colorful graphics in this, so really looking forward to it. I have zero idea of what this is about. I only know that there is a HBO series based on this, and also there is a movie, but the movie is not as good as the show or something like that. And I think I will do this vlog chapter wise, at least for the initial couple of chapters, because there are 12 chapters and 12 weeks is quite a long time to read a book, I think. So I might couple them in the sense chapters together for single vlogs going forward. So before I start, let's see some of the blurbs for the book. One of Time Magazine's 100 Best English Language Novels since 1923. Over 2 million copies in print. Eisner Award winner, Hugo Award winner. A work of ruthless psychological realism. It's a landmark in the graphic novel medium. Remarkable, and that was by Time. Remarkable, the would-be heroes of Watchmen have staggeringly complex psychological profiles. The New York Times Book Review. A masterwork representing the apex of artistry. Entertainment Weekly. The greatest piece of popular fiction ever produced. Lost co-creator Damon Lindelof. Okay, so Lost is one of my favorite shows of all time. So if the co-creator of Lost has said that, then I'm very intrigued and excited to get into it. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm just reading the foreword in this edition by Dave Gibbons, written in March 2013, and there's a very interesting statement that he makes here, and I would like to read it out to you, a very short statement. So he says that more than any other, the comic book medium is founded on the evocative glimpse. Indeed, the very fabric, the mechanism of comics is essentially a series of static snapshot panels, magically given continuity by the reader's attention. And it resonated with me, actually. I totally understand that. That is such a wonderful statement, right? And that's so true. I mean, in fact, he starts off the foreword by saying that, or reminiscing that, how comic books were dismissed as juvenile fodder, reading fodder, and not taken ever seriously. And it's only, very recently, in the last couple of decades, it was taken, seriously as a form of consuming stories. I'm kind of guilty here because I also used to think that graphic novels and comics are stuffs for kids, right? And it is kind of a gateway for children to get into the world of reading and consuming stories, and then once they are more mature, then leave all this behind and move on to serious reading. And that's what I used to think, and only until recently I found out this whole new world of beautiful method or medium of storytelling. And I was kind of humbled during my moment of epiphany, where I realized that I was wrong all this while. Comics can be really a strong form of storytelling, which can have influence and impact on people the way novels and short stories and other forms of storytelling can have. And so I completely agree with him in this, whatever he has tried to say in this foreword. Oh my god, this foreword is so brilliantly written. Another paragraph: whether tales are told by the light of a campfire or by the glow of a screen, the prime decision for the teller has always been what to reveal and what to withhold. Whether in words alone or with images, the narrator must be clear about what is to be shown and what is to be hidden. He closes the foreword by saying that Watchmen is complete. There is nothing that, either one of them, Alan or Dave, wanted to add. It is complete in itself. Like a perfect clock mechanism or a varnished oil painting, so it is complete. So he's definitive about that, and there is no sequels or nothing more coming. That's what I gather from this foreword. I'm done with chapter 1 now. So chapter 1 is definitely an introductory chapter. You get introduced to different characters, and you get these peppered version of a little bit of what each characters are, but obviously you don't have a clue as of where it's heading, but it has been successful in piquing my interest for sure. So this story happens in New York, of course, because superheroes, so it has to be New York. I think the main character I'm hesitant in calling him protagonist, because I'm not sure if he is a hero or is he an anti-hero. I don't know that yet, because this main character, Rorschach, whom we are following, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, please correct me in the comment section, but yeah, he speaks in this monotone a voice, and he comes across as this very condescending, vengeful person who has very much of a nihilistic attitude towards the human race. From the statements that he makes about humans and human race, we get this idea that he feels superior to humans and looks down upon us or humans as these substandard beings who are heading towards definitive doom. And this he keeps repeating a couple of times, so we get that idea that he has this superiority complex towards humans. He definitely has some right-wing ideas. Homophobia is referenced to, and he has no qualms of somebody considering him Nazi. He has his own moral scale and standards set. Whether it's right or not, disputable, because I don't have enough data yet to evaluate him completely, but I am not getting good vibes from him. And that's the same case with other characters in the story. There are other people whom he interacts with who want to just run away from him. He gives definitely a very danger vibe towards people around him, and people try to run away from him or are intimidated by him and panic on seeing him. Oh yeah, and he always walks around wearing a mask. Yeah, so that's the main character. I'm guessing that he will be the main characters, and then we get introduced to many other characters who are important to the storyline. And one of them is Edward Blake. Edward Blake was murdered, and police is trying to rule it as a burglary gone wrong, but Rorschach suspects that there is more to the story than that somebody is trying to target maybe masked heroes. Talking about other masked heroes, Most of them are retired, and in the sense there was some kind of act in 1977. After that, all the superheroes who are active and who did not choose to retire, they were recruited by the government and are working for government, trying to quash the communists. Of course, communists and Germans are the villains always, right? It's so all pervasive in American movies that sometimes it makes me laugh. It's funny. It's ridiculous sometimes. How caricaturish, Russian and German characters are made to look in American movies. It's borderline hilarious. And archetypal, I would say. Anywho, like there is another character which is quite interesting, Dr. Manhattan. I think his first name is John, Jon, and he is kind of not a human. Again, I don't know. He has definitely some superhuman power going on that is not yet explained, so I don't know. And he has an accomplice or kind of an assistant or a partner, and that is this woman called Jupiter. Their interaction and the exchange between them reminded me of Wanda and Vision from the Marvel Universe. Cops that are investigating, one is Hollis Mason and the other is Daniel Dreiberg. Dreiberg and Mason, I think both of them were ex-superheroes or masked superheroes, and Hollis Mason was the night owl that we discover when we go further into the story. And there's another character called Adrian Veidt, and he is currently a politician, but an ex-superhero. During the 1977, I think they were given a choice by the government to either join the government or just retire, and I think he chose to retire and he became a politician. But exactly what his role is, I don't know yet. But he's definitely left-wing liberal, as Rorschach has, described him. These are the main characters that we get introduced in chapter 1, quite a lot of them, and got a lot of references to old stories, history and things like that, which I think we will get to catch up to in the following chapters. I just did a little bit of cheating and I skipped forward a few more pages, and I saw that every chapter ends with this 2 or 3 page long excerpts from Hollis Mason's autobiography, and the autobiography is called Under the Hood. So we get the perspective of Hollis Mason on the events that happened, I think in the past when the superheroes were active, because he's writing his autobiography from the time he moved from wherever he was to New York. And I think from these excerpts of Holly Mason's autobiography, we get introduced to his perspective of what happened when the superheroes were active. So this is how it looks. So the chapter ends here, and then you will see first part of the autobiography and maybe a quick glimpse of how Rorschach looks like. That's him. And I want to show you Dr. Manhattan as well. That's Dr. Manhattan. Kind of reminds me of Phantom. The eyes especially. So that was a quick summary of chapter 1. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also please comment if you want to say something to me. Also let me know how Rorschach is pronounced. Maybe I'm pronouncing it completely wrong. I don't know. That's it guys. I will see you in another video very soon. This is Angie signing off. Bye bye.